Hey there, I'm Alyssa from Tiny Pine Creative, and I design Wix websites, social, and business templates for freelancers, side hustlers, and entrepreneurs. This channel is going to be all about building your very own website, just some basic design, creating templates for your business, and overall entrepreneur advice. I want to share what's helped me build my business so you can do the same for yours. Hey guys, and welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about how to create a great client experience. This is what you can do from the very beginning to ensure that every client of yours has a wonderful experience so they can go on to recommend you to new clients and tell everyone how great it is to work with you. So whether you are a freelancer, a photographer, a web designer, this video is going to help you with the client experience. All right, let's dive in. Okay, so tip number one is to be honest. And I know that sounds a little silly and like, why would you not be honest? But you know, it's really easy to tell a little white lie to sign a new client on, but I'm going to suggest that you don't do that. I don't think that you should take on a job that you're not sure you can do. I love the whole fake it till you make it thing just as much as everyone, but I just don't believe that that works when you're signing on new clients to work with you. You don't want to be figuring out new systems or platforms while you're working with someone. Because remember, not only is your time at stake, but it's also your client's money. And you don't want them to, regret paying you for doing work. And then, you'll start to have a bad reputation. So you want to be honest with yourself and help your client trust you from the very beginning and feel comfortable paying you what you deserve. So be honest from the start, and that will kick off a great client experience. Tip number two is to set expectations. And I'm talking about setting expectations in all areas. So provide a deadline that's realistic for you. Let them know upfront what materials they'll have at the end of the project and be very upfront about how long things are going to take. It's also a good idea to set expectations about what you expect from your client, because projects, are two-way street. If you don't have what you need, you can't get the work done that you promise. So set expectations from the very beginning so everyone is on the same page. Okay, so tip number three is to provide client materials. If you do this, this honestly makes every other tip that I share with you today a lot easier. In order to create a great experience for your client, you should provide the materials with all the information they'll need throughout your project. And today I am actually going to show you examples of what I send my clients. These right here on this slide are the exact packets I send to create great client experience. So let's go through each of them. The first one, called the client intro packet, is the services and pricing guide I send before I sign on a client. So this is for someone who is interested in working with me. They may have reached out to me and want more information. So in this packet, I list my packages and pricing, I outline my process, and I provide a general timeline and also review some major policies just so everyone's on the same page. There's a lot more included in that. It's basically anything that you want someone to know before signing on to work with you. Okay, so in the second packet, the middle one on this page is the client welcome packet. And this is for when I first sign on a client. So before any work has begun, but they have signed on to work with me, I'll send them this packet. It includes everything they need to know about working together that's specific to their project. So there's due dates, timelines and stuff like that. And then there's also a list of what they're going to get at the end, so there's no confusion when we get to that final stage. And I also include a list of what they're going to need to send me, because like I mentioned before, if they don't, provide the materials you need to do the project, the work just won't get done. And then the last one is the client goodbye packet, or also known as an exit packet. And I send this to my clients only after they have signed off on the final product. So they're happy with their work, we're finished, we're at the end, they're ready for a launch. So basically in this packet, I sum things up. I show them my referral program. I provide next steps. I ask for testimonials, just stuff like that. Anything that, you want anything you would want to finish your project off great. Because just because you're done doesn't mean that you still can provide that awesome experience, because this is when you want them to tell all their friends and family about you and to, you know, get new work from them, get some testimony or get some referrals. We actually at Tiny Pine Creative sell these 3 packets as templates. Now, truly, these are the 3 packets I use for my clients. I just decided to make them as templates to help some other entrepreneurs. So you can completely customize them to your business. They're in Canva format, which is super easy to use, and send them to your clients so you too can have a great customer experience. I will link each packet below in the description of this video. So definitely go check them out. All right, let's get back to the tips with tip number 4, which is to stay in communication. So even if you send all those packets and you've, you know, provided a timeline for how long each piece of the project will take, it's always good to stay in communication through every single stage and also in between stages. So this is how I look at it. I do not let a single week go by without some form of communication. Even if I'm creating a website that I've told them is going to take me 2 weeks to build, I still check in at the end of every week. So, you know, on Friday, that could mean just like a little bit of an update email, giving them, you know, an update of where I am and where I hope to be next week, or just even saying like, hey, hope you had a good week. Enjoy your weekend. I'm working on your project and it's looking great so far. This is just so you keep your client at ease, you know, because remember, they're spending a lot of money for your services and it's a little scary. You know, they don't know you personally. They've put money out, you know, they're excited about what they're getting. And if they don't hear from you, they can kind of, you know, get a little scared. So you don't want them to have to worry. So if you just stay in communication, you will help them feel, you know, more positive about working with you and keep them from feeling unsure about what's going on. Truly, a small update really goes a long way here. Okay, and then the last tip, tip number 5, is to deliver when you say you will. And this one might sound easy, but it's surprising how many people deliver things late. Even people I've hired for things, it just always surprises me, you know, how often you don't get the work when you're told you will. So, you know, you might not think there's a huge difference of saying, I'll send this on Wednesday, and then actually sending it on Thursday. That's a big deal. Your client is expecting it Tuesday and you don't want to let them down. They might have a launch plan, marketing that needs to go out, or something that they need their finished product for. Or they could honestly just be really excited to receive it. And, you know, you could kind of let them down if you don't get it to them on time. So obviously life happens and sometimes things need to be pushed back. And like, that's not a problem. That's where tip number 4 is really going to come in though. If you think that you need to push the project back, then you need to stay in communication. As soon as you know that there's a change, as soon as you know that you might need more time, let your client know to keep them from wondering. That will really help create a wonderful client experience. All right, guys, that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, I would love for you to subscribe to our YouTube channel and visit us at tinypinecreative.com. I'd also love for you to come check me out on Instagram. It's at tinypinecreative. Get in touch, send a DM, and let's chat. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next